Hi, my name is İclal Koç. I'm a second-year molecular biology and genetics student in Bilkent University. Today I will be proposing my Physics 101 lab project. In this experiment, I will study the effects of string mass, string length, and bob mass on a pendulum and its period of oscillation. In this experiment, I will use the given formula which comes from Newton's law of motion and Hooke's law. The setup of the experiment includes a support stand, strings of different lengths, strings of different masses, pendulum bob of different masses, a ruler, a balance, a stopwatch, a protractor, and a calculator. In this experiment, we have three different parts, and the first part will be different string masses. The first string here is 0.4 grams, and the second string is 0.7 grams, and the third string is 1 gram. I will calculate the average period for 7 swings for each of these string masses. The first one gave us 8 seconds and 44 milliseconds. It gave us 8 seconds and 17 milliseconds. It gave us 8 seconds and 43 milliseconds. Now I will calculate the average period by dividing the time to the amount of swings. Here I'm doing the second part of this experiment, which is using different bob masses. The first bob mass was 10 grams, and it gave us the result of 7 seconds and 70 milliseconds. The second bob mass was 20 grams, and it gave us the result of 7 seconds, 0.76 milliseconds. The third bob mass was 40 grams, and it gave us 7 seconds, 0.75 milliseconds. In the third part of this experiment, we have different lengths of strings. We will see how different lengths of strings affect the average period. I will swing all of the strings for 7 swings. The first string is 0.15 meters. The second string is 0.30 meters. And the third string is 0.45 meters. Here I'm measuring the time for the first string, which was 0.15 meters. And it gives us the results of 5 seconds, 0.83 milliseconds. Here I measured the time for the second string, which was 0.30 meters. And the result is 7 seconds and 94 milliseconds. And lastly, I measured the time for the third string, which was 0.45 meters. And the result is 9 seconds and 60 milliseconds. In this experiment, before swinging each pendulum, I used a protractor to calculate the release angle. The release angle should be 15 degrees or less for the oscillations to be accurate. We see that period of oscillation increases with increasing string length, and bob mass does not affect the period of oscillation, and string mass does not affect the period of oscillation for small values.